I'm doing a video because I realised that even though I've kind of sorry, I couldn't get my phone to say but, so it'll probably be easier for me to talk if I'm able to move around and stuff. Anyways, but I am a little bit drunk, and I just wanted to make it, because I don't really, even though I'm surrounded by people that I feel like appreciate my art and what I do, I kind of am like me and my big ego. But yeah, I'm just making a silly little video because I realised that I've made 2 videos of me yapping, but I've not actually fully yapped about. I was gonna do it as serious as I could, be like, this is who I am, this is what I do, but I find it so much easier to kind of talk about kind of the more difficult stuff that's influenced me in my life, if I'm a bit more silly. But yeah, don't be surprised or shocked if a few fart sound effects make their way into my videos. And also I'm trying to be quiet because sleep. Anyways, I'm kind of gonna start with like who I am as a creative person, and then kind of move on to my more artistic and theoretical influences. I love the word theoretical. More of like my pop culture kind of influences, some of my work that I will talk about, mainly from university, because I feel like we'll get into that when we get into that, but I feel like it reflects a lot of like my growth and who I am, and then kind of what do I want to be, what do I want to do. But yeah, let's get into who am I. So I would describe myself as a diva who has had her fair share of difficulties in life, and that has led her to want to create. And when I show my own work, oh my god, my eyes are so red, sorry. When I share my own work, that will become evident, I think. A lot of my early creative works were very much, I was like 7 when I first started drawing properly. Not properly, but like when I first started drawing because I liked it. Lion King fan fiction. And then we got into secondary school and I started seriously painting at the age of like 13, up until university, and then I kind of fell out of love with painting. You know, there's only so much a girl with my amount of layers can convey in painting. I have no hate against painting, I really respect painters, but for me it's more, well, I don't want to spoil for when we talk about my stuff, but I think when you see some of my influences it will become clear that like, as much as I love painting and painters and have so much respect for them, I just can't get what I want to get out in that art form. What else? Other things about me, I love Pokemon so much. I did a whole video talking about my love for Pokemon Art Academy on the 3DS, so yeah, I love Pokemon. I'm the eldest daughter. Yeah, I think other things about me I'll share for when I talk about my art, because I feel like a lot of like my deep-rooted issues and who I am are kind of interlinked within my art. But yeah, other things, I'm working at bookies right now. I love my friends. I get no D or pussy. Okay, so artistic influences. A lot of my work is heavily inspired by, I think I'll go with the more theoretical ones first, because I can't be bothered to like yap too much about words right now. The abject was a really big influence for me, especially in my final year of university and also my dissertation. Liminal spaces, kind of surrealism. Yeah, some type of like monstrous femininity, but like mainly rooted in surreal imagery and abject imagery. And then in terms of my visual art style, I feel like I'll put pictures up. His sculptures are amazing. And I think it's very evident in some of my pieces that like he has really inspired me. And then Bruce Nauman is another one. Mainly influenced me in how I want to display my own sculptural works. Yeah, I don't have too much to say on him other than I just love the way he displays his sculptures and how how evident the way he hangs things are. Like, there's just something, I feel like in a lot of galleries, if something's suspended, they'll try and make it like what's actually hanging the sculptures or whatever's being hung as non-visible as possible. But there's something so intriguing and beautiful about being able to see these big wires, and I just think it's so sick. And then in terms of my sorry, I accidentally turned my phone off. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the other two main like visual influences on my work are Tony Ausler. Just love projection onto objects. So sick the way he like makes these humanoid almost creatures, but you also feel like you're constantly being watched by them. It's so sick to me. And then Pipalati wrist, of course, because I feel like my main goal is to one day create an environment for my videos as fucking grand and amazing as what Pipalati wrist can do, and it will happen. It has to. But yeah, sorry, I keep getting distracted by how red my eyes are. I hope I'm making sense. Sorry, I just love to yap when I've had a few ciders because it just makes it so much easier. Okay, non-artistic influences. I feel like a lot of them could be considered art, but not like, oh my god, you wouldn't get taught about them in like an art degree. Mainly anime such as Serial Experiments Lane, of course, Song of Saya and You and Me and Her, the visual novels, Madoka Magica. A lot of these shows all have very similar themes in there is a girl who is different and out of place, and I feel like a lot of my life I've spent kind of dehumanizing myself, not to get dark, but I will constantly be like, oh my god, I don't feel like I'm actually a person, like I don't belong here, I need to get back on the mothership. Other ones are analog horror and creepypastas as someone who grew up on the internet with unlimited internet access, Amino and other platforms I shouldn't have been on. I was heavily exposed to Jeff the Killer and Smile Dog, but I feel like some of their visual especially, also for sound, Aphex Twin, definitely. I think Song of Saya a lot as well. I'm really inspired by the Amori soundtrack, that game. Oh, Satoshi Kon as well. Paranoia Agent is fucking so good, and so is Perfect Blue. There's just a lot. What else? What else? Just the world around me. Like, obviously that could also be artistic, but a lot of my work at the minute is heavily revolving around destruction and chaos and my own feelings as a white woman who isn't very clever, I don't think. And I'm so like, I really like have this view where it's quite childlike in that I want everyone to be friends, but I know that not everyone will ever be friends. I just hate like the wars and everything, so a lot of my work is commentary on human destruction of the environment and just human destruction of other humans. And yeah, hopefully I remember to put some pictures up on screen. If not, sue me. Now about my art. I should have written down the names of the pieces, but the first one I'll talk about is like my first kind of sculptural work. Reaching for the 4 weeks of happy. That's my cue to put it on screen. It was a cast of my arms and face along with my sertraline, and it was kind of about how, well, it's not kind of about how, my deep-rooted fear of constantly being on this medication for the rest of my life. Because even though it is helping me, if I wasn't on it, I don't think I'd be able to sit and make a video yapping. But this like deep-rooted fear that I'm constantly going to be on this medication forever and ever, and that there's no escape, and that the NHS, I know they're like kind of stretched, but it's kind of like they put me on it as an experiment to see what would happen. And I feel like a lot of people could relate to that. Like most people I've met who are on any kind of antidepressants have all been like, yep, they just kind of put me on them. So that's what that's about. Like the lighting is below. I'm reaching for the medication. It is my light, and it is my 4 weeks of happy until I don't have the money to pay for it. And then I go back to like this deep darkness within. But yeah, my other one, I can't remember what I called it, but it's kind of, put it this side, it's probably easier. I'll put it somewhere when I get it. It was for the first public exhibition that we did in first year. It's a life-size Neve, kind of. I didn't make a body for it because why would I do that? It's sculpted. I think I've still got the head in here. I might go grab it and hang on. Give me a second. Oh my god. She kind of. She's so cute. She's literally got like little lashes, and this was like my first clay piece like ever, so I'm pretty happy with it. Definitely I could definitely go back and redo it, but yeah, the skin is not exactly a match, but the hair was cute. just don't look at it from the back. But yeah, she was kind of glued onto her bed. I made some little hands out of cardboard, and this is where, along with like all my pieces that I'm going to talk about apart from one, they're all hung on the ceiling, and that's kind of a nod to my feeling of disconnectedness. It went really posh then for a minute, sorry. Disconnectedness, and not that I'm otherworldly as in like an angel being, even though sometimes I do. Could blame me, but a lot of the time it's like I don't feel as if the people around me like me. But the one in the bed was kind of like this reoccurring nightmare I had, where I was trapped in my bed clutching my covers, and someone would come in, gather all the people that I really liked, and they'd all just stand around my bed and hurt me. But yeah, other than that, it's like a really, I'm actually so glad I still love this. I've got it straight there. Yeah, this is where I still have you, girl. Then we get into second year. One of my second year shows was actually in collaboration with a recovery place. I don't want to like share the name, but for like privacy. We'd worked with people in recovery from addictions, and it was a really fun collaborative piece. Me and my client, we made a cardboard house, which was really nice. Like I made a whole picture book as a gift that also went along with the piece, which is really nice. It really gave me a really nice outlook on, because obviously as someone who's been creating for so many years, I wouldn't say professionally, but like since I was 11 I've been making stuff. It was so nice to have a break from being creating stuff and helping someone else find the joy in creation. It really like helped me to find the joy again, because at that point in uni I was kind of like, I'm just doing it all for a grade, like no one cares about what I'm making. But yeah, another one is the mannequin. I think this one is called Love Me, Touch Me, or To Be Touched is To Be Changed, which is about my fear of intimacy. I've been through, let's just say, a lot. I'm sure you can infer what I mean. So I made this textured mannequin, like found object kind of. I found the mannequin, made loads of digital images and a video. And then collaged the platform that it was on, the plinth, made a fabric print, collaged the mannequin, collaged the stand, made a collaged video, and it was to invite people to touch my soul, sort of. The mannequin is a reoccurring character. And it was just kind of like, I'm so scared of being touched, but I thought that if I invited the audience to touch this mannequin that I'd literally spent months on, like my literal DNA is probably in that mannequin, it would be a healing way for me to see, maybe being touched, like, cause I crave it so bad. I want to be intimate, but I'm so scared. Yeah. And then we get into third year, where I kind of slayed, I think. Angel's Tomb is where I really get into videos and sculpture, expanding foam sculpture about body dysmorphia. Because as someone who has been huge and fatty for so long, it is really hard to perceive what I look like, because I will be sent pictures that someone has taken of me. I'm like, I'm not actually as ugly as I thought. But then I'll hyperfixate, like, oh my god, I look so wide, like, and it's just so hard, like, to perceive how I look through other people's eyes and how I look through my own eyes. Like, I've been through a lot of weight gain due to my medication, the implant, mental health stuff, and I'm just and like genetics as well. And for so long I was just like, I need to starve myself to be wanted by people. But now I'm just kind of like, I'm 22 years old. I can't keep going on wanting to be something that I will probably not be unless I literally don't eat. And now I'm just kind of like, I'll eat what I want when I want. I'm still able to be active. I'm still able to do things that I want. Like, there's so many people that can't do things because of their weight, and I'm able to go to gigs and do stuff, and that's not me hating on them. Like, everyone's got their own circumstances, but I've been in my head so long, like, I'll never be happy unless I'm stick thin. But the only thing that was stopping me from being happy was myself. And I realised that no matter what size I am, even if I am big, I'm still kind of cute. And then, and then finally, my final piece is pathetically untamed girl. This was a labour of love and hatred. I made the whole mannequin again. I like collaged the legs and everything, sawed her with a technician, and then there was the cocoon. 2 to 3 meters of net that I wanted to collage on. That didn't happen. I collaged, I'd say at least half of it. And then she was hung from the ceiling. I made like some cool little insects, and it was what was it about again? Art as all consuming. That was it. Sorry, I should know this. I worked on it for so long. Art as all consuming, how it can be therapeutic but also take over your life. And then it had a lot of imagery, and some of the feedback I got from it was like about how women are trapped and put down. I'm like, you know what, that's really interesting. It kind of had insect imagery, like my mannequin was trapped in a cocoon. We had like some little Neve insects around, lots of projection on it. And yeah, it was kind of a mix of a lot of things, predominantly being trapped by your art, but also it hugging you and lifting you up. But there's something like that. I don't know what you're thinking about. And finally, before I start to splice, I'll overlay some, put on some live videos somewhere while I'm talking. Where do I want to be, and where do I want to be when I grow up? My main goal is to, at the minute, my short-term goals are to travel, do my masters when I get there, when I want to do my masters. Exhibit my work. I'm mainly doing videos at the minute. Definitely want to do some more sculptural stuff. And yeah, in 10-20 years, maybe own my own gallery space where people can come and make art and, you know, heal together. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, at the minute I really just want to exhibit my work, even if I don't get any like monetary gain from it. I just love sharing with people and hearing in person. Even if they don't like my art, I just want to hear all about it and talk about it. And yeah, thanks for watching.